Hello people. Yes, I'm not in the blazer. I'm not in the yard. I'm actually in the house. Probably hear the news behind me. Local weather. Basically, got nothing else better to do. So, let me be back real quick.
Saturday, any leftover snow gets washed away by some rain, perhaps even a couple of stronger thunderstorms. So how much snow are we looking at Thursday night into early Friday?
Yes, it's my ugly face. I got this in this afternoon. And there's a few things in here I'm going to be getting. And let's see, I'll give you their web link. Let's see if you can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit. But yeah, I get this from them once a year or once every other year. I got a lot of good things in there, so it's kind of expensive. But all in all, it's not bad. It's pretty good actually. There's a few things I have already, but there's also a few things I don't have that I'm getting ideas for my garden boxes. My clear water. Well, not really clear water, but it's Clear America. I know that there's a lot of things that a lot of y'all try to do and so forth and everything else, but I'm trying to get back to my original cultural roots of farming and hold on a second, let me clear some of this stuff out of my memory stuff on the computer. Oh man. Yeah, wash this old nasty mug of mine. But I know that one of the things I've been looking up on here is cane crusher, and basically it's a hand crank, you know. Well, let me see if I can find one real quick. Let's see, where's that? That's not it. Let's see, where did I see that thing at?
Outside business hours, it can be used as a traditional ATM.
The third drop of the week on Wall Street, led by losses with healthcare, technology, and energy stocks.
Yeah, I know. Kill time, pause time. All this crap's got to load up.
More than 350 points already this week. The Nasdaq dropped 70 points today to finish at 7,505, and that's tonight's business. We are continuing to follow a WDRB news alert tonight. Several school districts in the area have canceled for tomorrow. The reason teachers are protesting in Frankfurt.
Plus, an infamous Louisville murder is back in the spotlight tonight.
Do you have any involvement in the shooting on Troy Shuttles?
Let's see.
Why DeWan Hammond is now asking for his conviction.
What do I got less messages? Somebody answer me? No. Delete that crap.
The Native American protester says it's been a nightmare. Just ahead of what he wants Kentucky lawmakers to do to protect his son and other minors.
Let's see. I think it's in here.
In heartbreaking fashion, Tom Lannon, Sweet 16 Action later in school. Our primary executive said,
Come on, you slow ass thing. Yes, I know. Too much sit quiet time. Let's see if I have it on here. There's some of the ones. I don't see the one I was looking at. Let's see. This is one. It's not exactly like the one I was looking at. I'm going to pick up the thing and move it. Turn my screen around. That's one of them that I was looking at. Now the one I was looking at doesn't have this contraption piece here. It just has 3 brass cylinders with a handle crank, and you just roll it through. And of course you have to get something else to catch it with, but that's one of the things that I'm looking at. That right there, so I can use it for my sorghum cane. And if I do get that one, which would, it'd be a lot easier. But I don't know. I've heard a lot of bad reviews on that. Not bad reviews on that alone, but just talking about how it's well, bad review is bad review. My dirty old computer desk. There's me again. Let me stand back over here out of the way. But yeah, that's one of the things I'm looking at. Of course, sorghum cane, well, it's about that big around. It can get a little bigger, about the size of a nickel, but not much more. And of course, that would work perfect for it. But I don't know. I'm on the shelf on this thing, so it's kind of. Let me see if they got one on here. I was looking at. Basically, by the description of this, is it's 14.17 inches tall, 16.93 inches in length, and the handle crank is 11.81 inches. So I mean, it's not very big, but it's not. But I was hoping they had one like I was looking at. I think it was Amazon I found it on. I'm not sure. Let me see if it's on the listing charts. No, it's not on here either. Well, anyway, that's one of the things I'm looking at.
We continue to follow a WDRB news alert tonight. JCPS, Oldham County, and Bullitt County schools have all canceled class for tomorrow because of too many teacher absences.
WDRB Sarah Snyder explains why the school districts have been forced to shut down. Sarah. JCPS teachers called out.
I'm on Facebook right now looking at some of my messages from people, and
one bill is Senate bill.
Let's see, 58 people who like butt nuggets and fruit parm. Haven't heard from you in a while. Write a post. I don't want to write a post. Everybody knows about me.
He would also be able to demote administrative staff and enter contracts worth up to $20,000 without school board approval. The bill passed.
Let's see what buddy of mine said. Oh yeah. See, me and a friend of mine. I'm about to turn this camera around again. It's so much easier if you just see it versus me trying to explain it to you. That there is what I shared on a friend of mine's page on Facebook, and basically that's what me and him do every spring. And one of the people I know, they shared it, and basically I had to share it because that's like our little comical joke, because well, we hunt mushrooms. Not only that, I do root digging too. Let me back this camera up. It's already out. Okay, it's already out. Good. But yeah, I mean, we hunt morels, and and I was telling you another thing too. You're walking through the yard or walking through the woods or a park or something, and you see a big old a big old white ball about that big around. Hell, that can get about that big. The biggest I've ever seen was probably about that big around, probably about that tall. I don't know if you can see me or not, but about that tall. It was huge. Some people call them devil powder puffs. Some people call them spore balls. But if you find one and you pick it off the ground and you cut it, and it's solid white, it has to be solid white. If it's solid white, you can cut it up in little chunks or slices and throw some butter in a skillet or a frying pan, and you can fry it up just like mushrooms, and it tastes just like a fried mushroom. Now, if you cut it and it's pink, red, or any kind like that whatsoever in it, you do not touch it. You wash your hands, throw it as far as you can, because that is poisonous, and it will kill you graveyard dead. And I am not kidding. But if it's solid white, you're fine. But if it's pink or red in those little puff balls, it's poisonous and it will kill you, deader than shit. So do not touch it. If you get one, you cut it open, and it's pink and red, get rid of it. Wash your hands. Be on the safe side, and that's what I always do. Now, I doubt washing your hands is gonna make a difference, but you know I do it anyway, just because you know it's poisonous, and you know you wouldn't go out there and you know stick your hand in the radiator cap, then lick your finger. So to me it's the same. To me it's the same difference. I'm just OCD like that. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm just a little backwards wired. But yeah, if you get them, they definitely, when they're white, solid white through, man, they are really good. Now, a lot of people, they just see it as a weed. I see them as food. I do a lot of medicinal, not really medicinal, that's not medicinal, that's just called good eating. But I dig sassafras root. No, I dig it in the fall, not the spring. A lot of people I know dig it in the spring. Of course, then all the sap from the roots go up the tree, and I don't know. I mean, I've had it before. To me, it's kind of weak. So, but I always dig mine in the fall when all the sap from the tree and the leaves go down the stem into the roots. Now, when you dig it thin and you boil it in a pan of water, it has like a sangria color to it, and it's real dark red or like a purplish red. You put just a little bit of sugar, stir it up, man, it is so good. But the problem with that is, if you don't drink it right away, and you put it in the refrigerator like you would a thing of tea, and say if it sits there for about 3 or 4 days, and you don't drink it right away, it starts to ferment. And when I say ferment, you'll know, because the smell of it, when you smell it, it almost has like a, kind of like a not really burgundy, but like a brandy kind of whiskey kind of smell to it. You can definitely tell it's not tea no more. You can still drink it, but I never have. Usually when it gets to that stage, I dump it. And I just don't, and here's the crazy part, okay? I have made a form of liquor before, but I don't drink. I'd rather drink water, sweet tea, give me a Pepsi every once in a while, but I don't drink it. I mean, the closest thing to drinking I do is like a wine, maybe, or a sweet wine, and that's, I don't drink much. The last beer I had was probably 2 years ago. And I say beer, I mean a bottle of beer I had 2 years ago. My last thing of whiskey was probably, let's see, I'm 46 now. I would say probably about 7 years ago, and that was like a shot. And like that, I just don't drink. I know sometimes, like the reason why I drink wine is because, of course, I don't drink a lot of it, just every so often. It does flush your system. It's good for your body. But I don't know. I've just never been much of a drinker. And I know some people, y'all love it to death. Y'all drink it all the time, but you know, give me a glass of sweet tea and I'd be tickled pink. Hell, give me a big old thing of sassafras tea and I'll be even happier. But I know that a lot of the things I do dig, like bloodroot and stuff like that, I'm kind of, I would say I'm stocking up on it, but I've learned some new things about bloodroot, what the uses of it for, and it really shocked me, because see, I was told it was used for like toothpaste and medical cleaning things, like when you get your teeth cleaned at the dentist, stuff like, that's what I was told, stuff like that, like fluoride type things. But yeah, I found out there's a, who's this? Call me now. Well, it's a life. I'll call you back later.